YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is March 27th. We got ourselves a Sunday. We got 7 games on the NBA slate tonight. Like we do each and every day, we go through every game. I give you what I'm thinking. I give you my lean on the game, but my final plays will be in the pinned comment. You guys can look down there. I update throughout the day as I put plays in to see what I'm actually rolling with. If you want to fade me. But lately, you should be riding because we are on an absolute heater. 4-2 yesterday, 4-1 in our personal plays. The ride of the day came up just short, but we are on a roll in March. Last night, we had the Thunder plus 15. Cash it. Bulls plus 2.5. They win outright. Evan Mobley under 27.5 PRAs. Cash. Trey Lyles under 14.5 points. That cash. We almost pulled the trigger on his PRAs. Glad we didn't because he had a million rebounds. That would have blown the ticket there. But the only two losses we had here, were Alex Caruso under 16.5 PRAs. That one he kind of blew out of the water. And then our ride of the day coming in from my man Gorilla, who we know is an absolute OG and usually on absolute fire, comes up just short. He had plus money on Vucevic over 10.5 boards. Vucevic finishes just shy of that, but it is all good. We're still having a winning positive March, and we had a winning positive night last night. But we're going to jump into it, guys. In that pinned comment, like I said, are my final plays, but there's also going to be a link that you can become a member with on the channel. $2.99 a month. You get exclusive perks like exclusive emojis in the chat, logos next to your name in the comments, and also we're going to start bringing in some videos from you guys within these pick series as well as we go through and start doing these videos more and more, and for other sports. So if you do want to show your support, click that link in the pinned comment. It's also in the description. $2.99 a month to show your support. Also, we have the Discord link in the pinned comment. That is where I'll put my player prop reasoning. We don't always get to player props in the video, but we do throw a lot of player props like last night. There we go. We went 2-1 in player props last night. The reasoning and rationale for those player props will be in the Discord link in the final plays thread. So make sure to check that out, guys. We're so close to 8,000 subscribers, less than, I think, 60 away. So by the time you're watching this, we might have even hit it. But I can't thank you guys enough for the couple, 1,500 subscribers we've gotten over the past week. But I guess rightfully so, we're on an absolute heater. But yeah, enough rambling, enough talking. Let's jump into today's slate. We have the Pistons hosting the Knicks here to start us off. Pistons getting 4.5 points at home. As we know, this Pistons team has been red hot against the spread. What do we got here? We have in their last 10, they're 7-2-1 against spread. At home, they're 3-2-1, and on the road, they're 4-0 against the spread. But I will say one thing: this Knicks team 6-0 in their last 6 against the spread. They're playing really well on the road. They're 7-3 against the spread as well here. And this Knicks team, I don't want to say they're turning it around because they've already blown their season, in my opinion. But it looks like they do have some sort of juice right now, and they're flowing a little bit better than I think that this Pistons team is. They beat Charlotte, they beat Miami in 2 games there, and I think that, maybe they will roll into another one here. One thing to keep an eye on is Julius Randle. He is questionable, so I think it's all going to obviously come down to that, but I'm laying the points with the Knicks here. I love the underdog story that the Pistons have been and everything like that, but I do think that this Knicks team is just going to show out and play a little bit better here, and again, they are 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 away games. So they are on absolute fire when they're not in New York there. So I'm leaning Knicks here minus 4.5. Keep an eye on the pin comment to see if that is a final play. Next up, we have the Wizards getting 7.5 points at home against the Warriors. Steph is still out. Iguodala is out for Washington. Kuzma's downgraded out. Daniel Gafford's probable, and Kerry Jr. is out here. 7.5 points, I feel like, is a lot to lay without Steph Curry. But we're still going to lean there. We're still going to do it. The Warriors on the road are 3-2 in their last 5 away games against the spread. And this Washington team is just not playing good basketball. 2-8 straight up in their last 10. 3-7 against the spread. No Kuzma. That's a huge piece for them. I don't think Porzingis can do it by himself and everything like that. So we're going to lean Warriors here minus 7.5. I don't love it because the Warriors aren't fully healthy, but they are relatively healthy. It seems like they can never be 100%. But getting Clay, getting Draymond back and stuff like that, that does give them a better team and better roster to roll out against this Wizards team, even without one of the best players in the league, Steph Curry, healthy. So we're going to lean Warriors there, minus 7.5. Next up, the Boston Celtics. My Boston Celtics 6-point favorites over the Timberwolves. This Timberwolves team has been playing really good basketball and very surprising basketball to me. We were on the right side of it when we took them against Dallas the other night. But, no new injuries for them to know. Al Horford's out. Jaylen Brown is probable. So is Jason Tatum. Keep an eye on that, both with sore knees. But we're getting into the point in the NBA season where I don't know if guys are truly health or truly injured or anything like that. They're kind of there's a strong chance that a lot of teams with playoff spots and playoff implications will start to load and manage guys. Now the Celtics, they probably are still fighting. I can give them that, but Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown with knee soreness. I feel like we've seen that before. So keep an eye on that. If those guys are a no-go, we're not pulling the trigger on this one. But I do think even though Minnesota is playing such good basketball, the Celtics team is playing really, really, really good basketball. And I'm biased. So I'm leaning Celtics here. I would not bet against the Celtics. I don't know if this makes the final play. 6 points seems like it's a decent amount to lay, but I do like the Celtics in this game. Suns, 4.5-point favorites over the 76ers here. These two teams played back in early February, and Phoenix won by 5 points, so they have that spread right on that line. In their last 10, Phoenix is 7-3 against the spread. They're 9-1 straight up, whereas Philly was playing good basketball, and they are playing good win-loss basketball. 7-3 straight up, but against the spread, they're 4-5-1, and on the road, they're 1-2-1. This Suns team is playing some good basketball right now. I think we're going to lean Suns, and again, starts to worry me when we start leaning all favorites in the videos, but I think we have a couple dogs coming up. But the Suns are 9-1 in their last 10. They're playing good basketball. I get it. Embiid, Harden, how many times have they played together and not played with each other? That type of thing. We're still leaning the Suns here. I think it's a very manageable number at 4.5 when you have the home team here. So we're going to lean Suns there minus 4.5. Some decent player props that I'm looking at too within that game, so keep an eye on the pin comment for those player prop ads. All right, next up we have the Pelicans hosting the Lakers. Pelicans 4-point favorites here. LeBron James is questionable. Dwight Howard's questionable. For the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram is questionable. Assuming everyone plays and everyone is healthy, I am going to be leaning Lakers here. Plus, told you we had a dog coming up. Lakers plus 4. Yes, they have been a very, very, very inconsistent team. 4-6 against the spread in their last 10. But this Pelicans team has kind of cooled off as well. 2-4 in their last 6 against the spread at home. I do like the Lakers in this one. You're catching the Pelicans on a back-to-back there too. A 103-107 loss last night to San Antonio. So we're going to lean Lakers here plus the points. All right, next up we have the Nets 7-point favorites over the Hornets. Hornets. Last time out, beat Utah. We were on the right side of that one. I love this Hornets team. They're playing some good basketball. But Brooklyn, a healthy Brooklyn team is a little questionable here. I do lean Hornets, but I can also admit that it's coming out of the loyalty and the fandom that we've shown them this season. Very, very fun NBA team to watch and a very fun team to bet on. They've been winning some money here. So I'm going to lean Hornets plus 7. I think it's a lot of points. But if someone's saying, hey, I'm going with Nets minus 7, I don't think that I would be well within my right to try and talk you off that. So I think this is a very, very sharp and fair line. So I'm going to lean Charlotte here plus 9 or plus 7.5. And speaking of 9% of the public is on Charlotte. Everyone's hammering the Nets, but hey, we're different around here, and we've been winning lately, so we're leaning Charlotte there, plus 7. But before we get into the last game of the night, guys, I'm going to ask you guys to hit that subscribe button and comment down below your ride of the day. If you don't know what the ride of the day is, use hashtag ride of the day, and you guys will get a shout-out if I jump on board with you. I trust your research. I'm rolling with you, just like we did with Gorilla. It's paid off. Gorilla's made us bank this year with some of his rides. The Gorilla ride of the day. But, sometimes you just got to catch an L, and that was last night. But use hashtag ride of the day in the comments, just like, we'll pop it up again, just like Gorilla did here. Use hashtag ride of the day, and I'll pick one of your player props or picks to roll with. So make sure to do that, and hit that subscribe button, like I said, and consider joining the channel. Keep an eye on the pinned comment, everything like that. But let's get into the last game of the night here. We have the Mavericks, 2-point favorites against the Utah Jazz. This is going to come down to a little bit of an injury report here watching, as we have Hassan Whiteside questionable, Bogdanovich is questionable, House Jr. is downgraded out for Dallas. Burke is questionable. Bertans is questionable. Brown is out. That wouldn't really matter. So I guess the injury report isn't. I kind of misspoke there. I guess it's not too crazy. Dallas coming off of a loss to Minnesota where they got their doors blown off. I think we're going to lean Dallas in this one, the favorite. So a couple dogs, few favorites in today's video. I don't know. You can either ride or you could fade me, guys, if you do like the tea. GuyBostonSports.com/store. It's in the description. Pick it up. It's a little delivery. You got a delivery here. Fade me. But guys, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Keep an eye on the pinned comment. Again, we update that throughout the day. So, if you don't see any plays right away or you see one play, feel free to jump in the Discord, message me privately, anything like that, and be like, is this your final ticket? Because usually it's not going to be. I keep adding to it up until game time. That's just how we do things around here. But we'll catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully we stay red hot and stay on this heater. Peace out.